I know that there's legislation going on in every state. Like, what do you think the future holds for kratom?
There's a lot of legislation, and in my opinion, because of the media, there's a lot of negative legislation. For example, in Ohio, the governor wanted to ban kratom and 7-OH. 7-OH, I had no problem with. You have to ban it. And kratom and HHS Secretary RFK intervened and said, don't ban it. They were reacting to the headlines that I talked to you about, that the media,
Right.
they were
Twisted.
right. And so then what we have to do is we have to go back and educate these people. I really can't say, hopefully, my state of Michigan will pass the KCP this year. And I'm working on that. 19 states have passed, I think 20 now. I think 20 states now passed the Kratom Consumer Protection Act. And we really need a federal one because a lot of these are, it's not their fault. They're left in limbo, not knowing what to do. And the federal
Right.
would just come out and do it, then we would be in a much better position.
Yeah, so there's 20 states right now that have basically approved it and okay.
Yeah. Just that it's being tested and there's labeling requirements. There's an age gate, which is now usually 21, though a few states have 18. But there are reasonable guardrails. And that's what the industry's been asking for. And it's just so nice to see the government getting on board. I just got back from the Kratom Scientific Symposium for a week at the University of Florida Research Center. Dr. Nora Volko, the NIDA director, National Institute of Drug Abuse, she was our keynote speaker. She has an extremely favorable view of kratom. And there were scientists and regulators from every agency and regulating agency and from around the world. And no one talked about any ban. No one talked, we think there should be a sales ban if people want to order. No one said anything about a ban. And so it's just nice to see them getting on board now.
Yeah, that's really hopeful. And you don't have to comment on this. I'm just going to say that there's a age-old expression that says follow the money, find the truth. And I think, anyone who's ever watched cable news and paid attention to who the commercials are can kind of connect the dots and understand why the media twists things, because again, they don't want people to know that there's an alternative to just taking pills that don't do anything. And really, no one even talks about what they do to your liver and your other organs while you're taking these pills. And then your doctor gives you more pills to counteract the side effect from the original prescription. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. And so I'm so grateful that there are people like you out there, Melody. And it's very inspiring to me. Again, as someone who also had my own health journey, not quite as, extreme as being bedridden, but still just didn't give up, just kept pushing till I found the answers. Just kept asking questions and seeking other practitioners who would help me.
Right, right.
And just overall too, how do you feel like the future is for plant-based alternatives just in general?
I think it's getting better. We have to act now and get these with reasonable guardrails. The reason we're having issues is there aren't any reasonable guardrails. You
Yeah.
get valerian at your local Walgreens, and that's a botanical root. And we've had valerian available for many, many, many years. There are probably several reasons why the federal government hasn't wanted to reasonably regulate it. And hopefully, this process to get 7-OH off the market will be successful, and I imagine it will be. And because there are other synthetics, other kratom related, I hate to even use that word. There are other synthetics like 7-OH. One's, I think it's MSM. That's another one that's coming down the pike, and that's worse than 7.
Oh my gosh.
I believe that what they're doing in the federal government is they want not just to pass a bill about 7-OH, but to get all of the synthetics that could come down the road and as well. So we don't have to keep doing this every so often.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's very confusing for the average person trying to figure out, what's going to help them and what they can use safely.